Welcome.
Will not be eating.
No food for Dietrich's today. We are here. It's been a while since I've been featured. I apologize. I had a new baby. One of the previous episodes, if you want to look in the history, you can see my wife Macy pregnant. That was right before. Now the baby's healthy. Good little boy. Life takes place, and we got behind on episodes, but here we are.
No big deal. I feel like I'm Joe Rogan after someone gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Just make sure your brain's okay.
My brain is okay. I did suffer an injury. We can get into that. We're also missing Joe for the Gopher.
Joe for the Gopher, it's okay.
That's okay.
Did you see the beginning of the past podcast where I basically explain you've been injured? I won't really get into it.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But I don't really explain anything. So
no, I appreciate that. You protected my confidentiality, but
I think everyone's wondering what happened.
So Macy's probably she's inside right now. We're in our hideout. We're in the trap house right now. And she's probably going to slam the door because she's heard enough about the injury. But no, I'm kidding. She's been nothing but an amazing caretaker. But I was in the Central American country of Costa Rica with many of our fellow
fine men,
patriots, including your brother Joseph, Joe for the Gopher, Jackson, who's been on the podcast, Corbin, who's been on the podcast. I mean, everybody. Anybody you can think of.
Lil Grouch,
Tyler, Anthony, Lil Grouch, Teddy,
DJ Too Tall,
Kyle. I mean, there was 10 of us there.
Boss game,
Cody Fields. It was a good time for about 14 hours.
What was the reasoning behind the trip, other than?
Well, James, our good friend James, who lives in Dripping Springs, Texas, who lives in the Drip. He misses us all dearly. Majority of his closest friends are in California, and for a while he was just kind of badgering everybody to let's get a trip together. We deserve it. Just throwing it out there, and nothing was really coming of it for a while. And then finally, it just kind of happened, and everyone said we're going to Costa Rica. It's cheap during this time. Everyone could kind of do it, so it came together. My baby was only 2 months old. It was probably, in hindsight, more of a
2 weeks old?
No.
2 months.
2 months, a little over 2 months. September, August. Wait. How long,
10
Mace?
weeks. 10 weeks. Almost 3 months. 10 weeks.
10 weeks. Okay, almost 3 months. Anyways, I should have listened to my intuition maybe a little bit more. I should have been more mature about really factoring that. Not that my beautiful wife couldn't handle that, but just, I don't know. Hindsight's 2020. I also work hard, and I don't know when my friends are all going to do that again, and you can go whichever way you want to go about it. But I ended up going. We came to an understanding, and we flew down there. Some of the guys had been to Tamarindo before. That's where they go in the endless summer. The surfing movie.
Really?
I believe that's where they find the perfect wave or whatever at the end.
Wow.
Tamarindo.
I had no idea.
Small beach town in Costa Rica. James, Cody, some guys had been there before, and they said it's a great place. So we went there. I don't really know why. It's also like monsoon season. But we were just excited to go get a house and hang out for 4 days together. And it was a good time. Beers in the airport. Energy's high. Everybody's...
Beers in the airport.
We're all adults and have kids and nagging wives all the time. Just kidding. But, the energy was high. Everyone was stoked to just bro out.
Yeah.
And we got down there.
Find yourself.
Finally got to the house. Cool spot. We had a good night. Woke up and had a fun day in the pool, playing pool volleyball and this and that. We went to the beach, and that's about like where my memory...
First day.
We went to the beach mid-afternoon, I guess maybe after lunch or something, and that's about where my memory starts to fog out. We rented off-road golf carts. Not like off-road capable, but just like a little bit chunkier tires, extendo, like 3-bench seat.
20 miles an hour.
20 mile an hour golf cart type things to get from the house to the beach and whatever. So we took those to the beach. Some guys went swimming. Some guys did this. Some guys did that. I brought like some fishing gear. I was going to try and catch some rooster fish or some skipjack, or I did a bunch of research going into the trip about doing some surf fishing while I was there.
Literal surf fishing.
So I was doing that for a little bit, no luck, and that's about where my memory stops. But we did go back to the house. I did, believe, shower and change, put on clothes, maybe had a beer or two an hour for a few hours. Like it was, nobody was like super intoxicated or blacked out or anything. Just a casual beer, whatever, down at the beach, nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe like maybe a shot, or just that wasn't. It probably was a factor.
Not even buzzing yet.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyways,
0.07.
I'm talking too long, but we get in the golf cart to go to dinner, and I've got my left hand here in the overhead handle that folds down from the, like any car has.
Standing or sitting?
Sitting in the back seat.
Facing out.
Facing backwards. And the little fold down handles to hold on to?
Yeah.
I kind of tried to pull myself up to maybe turn around and talk to who was directly behind me, maybe look at something. I don't remember what I did, but I put my weight onto that handle, and that handle ripped out of the ceiling.
Gave way.
The bolts ripped out of the roof, and then there was a little metal kind of like guard thing here.
Rail, yeah.
And my hips hit that, and the fulcrum point of my body just went over the side as we were going, I don't know, 15, 20, who knows.
Yeah.
And I hit my head and split my head open. I immediately knocked unconscious, lying in the street, rolled, stopped rolling. The guys saw, they freaked out. They all heard a noise, I guess. Didn't know what the noise was. They thought that was my head, but it was the noise of the thing breaking out of the roof. Because no one could figure out why I fell. They're like, did he jump out? What made him just go flying out?
I wonder if it was in your hand. Was it in your hand when they found you?
No, it wasn't in my hand. It must have just
fallen, yeah,
gone somewhere on the road. But I guess, I was unconscious, so this is all just what these guys have told me. But a little shopkeep guy that saw it came running out, and he told us where the clinic was, or told them like where to take me, a little clinic not far, because I'm bleeding pretty bad. And Teddy took his shirt off, put it on my head, try and stop the bleeding. Nobody knew any of my bones were broken at this time. So they picked me up, get me back in the golf cart. I was snoring, like unconscious snoring, in and out of consciousness. They take me into the clinic. The clinic sews my head up and calls an ambulance. And the ambulance takes me and Jackson, with James and Cody following, I guess. And they rented a car at some point. I don't remember. Hours away to San Jose, which is the biggest city in Costa Rica, to the main hospital.
Your head needed another scan.
They said my head needs to be scanned. I need an MRI. They didn't even do X-rays. I don't think they knew about the bones. But we get to the hospital. MRI. I have a brain bleed. X-ray. My glenoid cavity in my scapula is fractured in multiple places, and my collarbone is in half in the front. So they did Costa Rican surgery on my collarbone.
Costa Rican surgery.
And they kept me overnight. I don't remember any of this, even though I wasn't unconscious still. And they eventually sent me home the next day.
Knowing your shoulder was broken, they sent
knowing my shoulder was broken, but saying, stabilize yourself, don't move, and go home. They asked when we're going home. We said this would have been Sunday. We said we're flying home Tuesday. They said you just need to stay put till Tuesday and get home and go straight to the hospital.
Is that because they weren't qualified enough to do a shoulder surgery?
I don't think. I don't think it was needed. I think it was such a big, giant collarbones are, they're kind of like, other than fingers and toes, the most simple thing you could break.
Staple it.
They're not a huge deal. They're like ribs almost. It sucks to break your collarbone. I'm not downplaying it, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, shoulder's a different story.
Shoulder's super scary, different story. And I think they probably knew if they did do it there, if someone was even qualified enough to do it, they had a good enough orthopedic surgeon, they would have had to charge me like $25,000 or something, because I would have had to pay. My insurance isn't going to cover it down there. So I had to pay for my collarbone, the MRIs, the ambulance ride, all of that out of pocket, and it was like a lot of money.
A lot.
Luckily, I get home, I call my insurance, and they're like, you're covered for, I didn't even know this, but they're like, you are covered for international stuff.
There you go.
So you need to submit us. So I had to I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear from them.
But in the moment, you have to pay cash. In the
moment,
for it to be done.
Yeah. And Jackson forked up a bunch of money. Kyle forked up a bunch of money because I was unconscious and like.
It was Vegas buying a freaking table again. All over again.
So yeah, that's what happened. I have a crack in my skull, crack behind my ear, a small cracked skull as well, and I had a bad accident, but I'm alive. I'm happy to be alive. I could be paralyzed. I could have way more neurological issues. I learned a lot. I'm still learning a lot. It's only been five weeks or something like that.
Damn.
I've got a long road of rehabbing this shoulder. I've got, I don't even know the final count of plates and screw. I've got a plate in my collarbone, and then I've got a plate in my shoulder with tons of screws in both of them. So I've got a ton of hardware up here. I've got a long road ahead of me. I'll probably need a shoulder replacement when I'm older.
Why?
That's what the orthopedic surgeon told me when I had my first appointment with her.
Just an injury like that.
An injury like that, by the time you get older, scar tissue, whatever. This happened when you're 34. So when you're 60, like, that's going to be some old hardware in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be different, but
it's all
she
good.
told me, it's all good. I'm alive, whatever. Yeah. It was an accident. Luckily, it wasn't a super negligent accident. We weren't like
doing anything crazy,
doing anything stupid I shouldn't have been doing, or it's just like a freak thing.
And that's the thing. That's a bummer. It wasn't even about the trip itself or who went or drinking being involved. It was a freak accident of just going to dinner, something breaks.
Yeah.
And then
just getting off balance slightly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
seatbelt, and this is why this is our sponsor is seatbelts.com.
That's a story, not to bring anyone down, but I came home. I flew home and went from LAX straight to Long Beach Memorial, and I spent 6 days there doing tests, getting my shoulder repaired, brain scans, and then I didn't have I still have like really diminished hearing in my left ear from the head injury. Tinnitus. Hopefully, we're hoping that's going to restore itself in time, but I've been getting steroid injections into my eardrum, which does not feel good.
In the ear?
Inside of the eardrum. Yeah. I've chickened out on 2 MRIs.
Why?
Panicked.
Oh, because it's so tight in there.
Absolute panic.
You're just not into it.
So tight. You ever had one on your brain for your sleep study?
Oh, no. I've had one where your whole body is in there and the top's right there.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I could see why people can have panic attacks in there, because if you start to play the game in your head, okay, what if there's a fire? I can't get out. Or like, what if I have to get out? And you start playing that game with your brain, you realize how stuck you actually are and how helpless you are. Yeah. I could see how that can compound. You could go into a panic attack. Yeah. So you just can't think that. And
my brain didn't even get to that. It's all good. I was panicking before even getting to that point. Yeah. But I'm coming off of a traumatic brain injury where all of my hormones and levels are probably screwed up already. I had been, I'm better now, but super emotional ever since that happened. Uncharacteristically so, almost when you're sitting there and you're like, why do I, like, this isn't me. Why do I feel so sad right now about this or that, you know?
Yeah.
Guilt because I've got the boys, like, you went and did this and now you can't even pick them up, or you can't wrestle with, you know, just like everything compounded, and then a ton of pain. And then when I get in the MRI machine, you know, this shoulder's broken and they're asking me to like bring my arms across my chest to fit in there. So it's already uncomfortable. And then because they're scanning my actual brain, they put this like hockey mask looking thing over your face too. And then the real ceiling of the thing is already right there. But if you open your eyes, you got like bars with the ceiling right there.
Oh, man.
So I lasted like 5 minutes the first time.
And what'd you say?
They give you a ball, like a squishy ball that's with like a wire. And they're like, if you need out, squeeze the ball. And I didn't even squeeze the ball. I was really trying to stick it out the first time.
And you were just moving too much, maybe?
And I moved my head a little bit. And the guy came over the intercom. There's like a speaker in there somewhere, I guess.
They could see you, I think. There might be a camera.
Well, he came over the intercom and he's like, "Cole, you doing all right in there? You're moving around too much. We're not getting a reading." And I was just like, "No, get me out. Get me out now. Get me out." Like, and so he pulled me out and he said, we can try again, but you got to hold. I'm like, "No, I'm not trying again. I can't do it." And then he started telling me, "Okay, well, we'll send you to our other location where the machine is bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
And you'll go to the bigger one. And this is what happens."
That's how they get you.
He told us, like, you know, this happens to a lot of people. It's not just you. Totally understandable. This is a hard thing to do.
$10,000 more.
Go to the bigger one. So I go to the bigger one, and I get back there, and it's not bigger at all. Like, I swear to God, it's the same machine.
It's an inch bigger.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I try and do it, and this time they wheeled me in there, and the second he got me in there, I was like, "No, get me out." I didn't even let him start. I was like, "I'm not doing it. Have to sit in there for 20 minutes. I'm not like, all the loud noises and crap. I'm not I'm not a super claustrophobic guy. Like, I go hide in a coat closet for, you know, I can. It's not super my thing, but maybe it's because of the injury and I'm just emotional.
You can't get out. Yeah,
vulnerable.
You can't use your arm.
I think that's a huge factor. Is I can't use this arm at all.
Vulnerable.
And if I needed to crawl out, I literally couldn't because my arm, I don't know, vulnerable. So they pulled me out, and then he told me the next step is you have to go.
We're done.
You got to go to your doctor, explain the situation to him. He's going to prescribe you like a Valium or whatever. Yeah. And you're going to take it, and you're going to come back drowsy and Xanaxed out or whatever, and try it that way. But this is just a check on my brain status. It's just like a follow-up on my brain. I don't know. You know? Like, I don't know.
Which is important.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Probably the most important thing possible.
I've been psyching myself the other way, being like, it is what it is. It's not getting any worse. It's healing, I'm sure. But, yeah, I need to go do it.
Yeah, you got to go.
It's just super scary.
Yeah. Don't just do that. Yeah. You'll be chilling. They had to pump me up with a shit ton of morphine after Hell Week because all the wounds. I was in a hospital bed, so my arms had healed in the couple days like this, where all guys were moving around, showering and walking. I was in a hospital bed like this, so when I had to lift my arms, and for some reason
all the wounds ripped open.
I couldn't. I'm like, this is so. I've healed like this. And it
all
was
the
like,
scabs and everything stretched out.
It's insane. They were pumping me with like 4 times the amount of morphine just to get my arm from here to here.
Why'd you have to put your hands over your head?
For some reason, I needed to bring my arm up this high for the MRI or something. I had to do something because they were afraid it was going to go to my heart. But I had been sitting like this, and I had healed with my arms to my side. And after Hell Week, you're just ripped open from the armpits. So I'm like, dude, I can't lift my arm. So they kept pumping me up with more morphine. I'm like, yeah, I can't move past this.
Damn.
And I was bleeding everywhere. As my arms was going up, I was just bleeding everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
I was on the morphine for a little bit. It's pretty good stuff.
I don't even remember what it feels like. I have no idea. No clue.
You were messed up.
I have no idea what.
Like, I had surgery and stuff, and yeah, that's bad. But like, you had like open wounds and stuff all over.
I think it's just more the tiredness. I wasn't hitting the head. It's just
Yeah.
so tired.
Yeah.
I don't really remember because I was just so tired
Yeah.
and so out of it. But your head wound is, I mean, you legitimately have a traumatic, you had a concussion.
Yes, it
Head
was
knocked
classified
open.
as a subcutaneous or subdural hematoma, which I think is brain bleed in street terms. But every doctor that I spoke to, everybody, that was giving me feedback on what my status was, let me know it was, by all accounts, like on the lower end of concern in this realm of head injury, or it was very minor compared to what it could have been. Obviously, minor one is still probably not great, but it wasn't like, they let me go out of the hospital. If I had some crazy brain injury, they're not letting me go.
It's like you're Ben Askren after he got knocked out by Jorge Masvidal,
Yeah.
You're probably like that level of... Or Usman with Leon Edwards. Have you heard of Usman talk about how he was like talking to the nurse? He was just like, I got this. I'm fine. It was after the knockout in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I got this. I'm fine. Let me answer questions. I'm going to answer these questions and give them more information so they know how with it I am. And then they're like, I think the nurse or someone said like, all right, what UFC is this? And it dawned on him like, oh shit, I didn't realize I was at a UFC event tonight. And that's when he realized it was bad.
Oh, he did not know the number. He didn't even know why he was.
He forgot why he was even there. He's like, I'm just going to answer these questions this nurse to tell him I'm good. And then they mentioned UFC. He's like, oh shit.
Really?
Oh, I'm really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like you were kind of at that level as well. Like people are reminding you what happened, and you ask the same questions.
Yeah, in the moment they said I was asking the same questions over and over again and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But the weird kind of like little mystery about the whole thing is all the guys didn't know why I fell out. Like they couldn't figure out what happened because I was in the very back facing the other way. So no one had like a bunch of eyes on me in that moment, and they couldn't figure out what happened. And at some point in the clinic, which was not that far after, when they're sewing my head up and stuff, before I even got in the ambulance to go to the other hospital, I looked at somebody and said, the handle broke.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm the one that told them that. And Aunt or somebody, I guess, I was told, ran outside to the golf cart and inspected it and ran back in and was like, he's right. So I was like, I remembered that happening for the reason of my injury. I remember that split second. I still remember that split second. But none of the other guys even knew what happened. And somehow I was the one to solve that mystery for him.
The handle broke back to...
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
So this is not going to make for a very entertaining podcast for everybody that's used to all the laughter and the jokes.
Everyone waiting for Cole to come back and leaving me vicious comments.
But I think this will be fun archival footage for myself in a few years when I'm when I'm doing the YMCA and handstands and I'm totally healed. Backstroking. It'll be fun to see where I'm at because I'm confident, but I know I've got like
a year of recovery.
Probably a full year until it's not even. You'd have to remind me in the split second, I hope.
Full year until you can do Sandbag Saturday?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think you'll be able to do it in a year?
No, I think quicker.
Oh, quicker. Well, the 2-year anniversary is coming up December 13th.
I don't know, dude. What do you think?
I think you got on the right. I think you got on, if you, let's say if you get on the right peptides, maybe, protocol, stem cells, maybe testosterone. I think if you take, the thing is you have to take healing. Recovery is a very selfish thing you need to do, and that's going to be hard to do with 2 kids and a wife. But
selfish meaning don't do things you're not supposed to.
If you want to do it as fast as you can, you need to be so selfish. That needs to be your priority. Everything is about me getting better.
Yeah.
And it's an unfortunate. I mean, it's not that crazy. I'm just thinking of like a professional athlete when they're like, "Hey, Tom Brady, this surgery takes people a year," and he's like, "I need to do it in 4 months."
Yeah.
It's a priority. It's a selfish.
You got somebody coming to your house every day. You've got a nutritionist and a pharmacist and all that. Yeah.
I think if you get on the right right stuff, do the right rehab, good diet, good sleep, stay positive. Because I mean,
I think that's the ethereal magic, like pixie dust of the whole rehabilitation that you can't necessarily prescribe or quantify or whatever, is like the mental attitude.
Yeah, because that a negative attitude is going to create stress and cortisol, which is going to counteract your healing, and counteract your sleep, and counteract your testosterone. So it's like remain positive, and I'd almost like keep a little notebook or logbook, and like be like, cool, today I did 10 arm circles. Cool. Tomorrow, in 2 days I did 12. And 3 days, just like and then like seeing the progression would be, I think, a very stoked thing.
Well, earlier today I had my second physical therapy appointment with a guy that I feel like is pretty legit. I'm happy with this guy. I'm confident in his ability, and I felt like I could do so much more even today than the first time I saw the guy. I don't know if I was too scared. I could have done it back then, and I was too scared to even do it because I am thinking I'm worse off than I am or whatever. But like
the things he wanted you to do?
The things he wanted me to do, I guess, overall.
Freaking you out?
Yeah, like he's telling me do this, and I'm like, there's no way I can do that. Are you kidding me? And then I'd lay down, and I'd grab with this hand, grab this wrist, and like start lifting my arm just like straight up in the air. I'm doing it. I'm like, oh, you can do it. So it's better to be positive about it, for sure.
That stuff freaks me out when they're after a surgery. I think the fact that I can't see the internals and how they're doing, I think they're doing bad. So I get
every
like the
CBGBs,
like, and I get butterflies. I get lightheaded.
Really?
Like when stitches come out, it's like I've been babying a wound. It's been my little baby, and now I need to see it being touched and pulled. And I get like lightheaded because I feel like bad for it.
Really?
It's not the pain per se. It's the fact that it's a little baby. It's like it can't be touched.
Yeah.
And then you have people pulling the stitches out. I get lightheaded. So
I
could see how that's like, you're lifting it. I could just imagine what's going on underneath.
I had like over 40 staples taken out of my back.
How did that feel?
I was so scared. I knew there was like all those staples in there. I knew I needed to get them out. I was so scared to do it. And I went in there, and like getting staples removed is like this easiest thing ever.
What do you do? Just pull it out?
They have like a little machine, like a little grabber thing that kind of like bends them open as it pulls them out, I think. I couldn't see because it was behind me.
So it was fine.
But it barely even felt like less than a pinch, like not even a pinch. Mm-hmm. Just over and over again. I was so happy it didn't hurt. I was so scared about it.
Yeah. Amazing. You're good, dude. Didn't you have one today, a session today?
Yeah. Just said that. I think you have the brain injury.
I thought you said you had it with him the next day, and I was like, I could have sworn it was today. Anyway, my bad. I think
What's up with you, Dietrich? What's up with you, dude?
Yeah, man. Well,
I heard you're a boyfriend.
That was the last episode. And we had a comment on the video, and someone was like, oh, I've been waiting for this. He said, after watching, not going to watch anymore, or something like that. Unsubscribed. I think it's because
the commenter was upset that you...
The commenter was either upset with what I was saying in the podcast, or Jake, or the fact that you and Gopher weren't in the pod. And we'd taken 3 months off.
Sorry.
No, 2. We'd taken 2.5 months off. But it's okay. Anyway. But yeah, that was what we talked about. So if you didn't catch it, yes, definitely a boyfriend now. It was her first Sandbag Saturday, the Saturday that I got the news. The rainy one? No, it was her first Sandbag Saturday was the Saturday I got the news about your head injury.
That I had a
because Aunt said something to us in the morning, possibly, or Talia. It was either Talia or Aunt. I think it might have been Talia or my mom.
How'd Talia find out? Joey told your mom or something?
I think Ashley might have told my mom or Tall, or maybe it was Aunt that said something. I can't remember. But I was, it was
your
that
mom
day.
Gave me well wishes.
Yeah.
At one point. I mean, that was something that was super amazing to me, is so many people. You don't really, it's probably cliche to say, but every single person that I could think of that hit me up, so many of them were people I hadn't talked to in so long. Just so many people were so nice to Macy and I, and continue to be. That was very heartwarming. But
I think I
anyways,
forgot to hit you up, to be honest with you. I'm coming to think of it. I'm like, I don't think I sent a get well soon.
no, that's okay.
But, prayers were sent.
You gave me some good advice, though.
Yeah.
Some good
I knew
operator.
I knew I'd see you.
Yeah.
I knew I'd see you.
But did your girlfriend like your event, Sandbag Saturday?
She definitely did. She did very well. She modified for sure the first workout, and then we both unfortunately got the news together about you.
And I was actually the
That
first
really rocked
person.
our relationship.
I met her the same moment you met her, actually.
Yeah.
Which
You probably saw her before I saw her in person, because you were standing facing her. I was standing my back was
she
to
walked
her.
up behind you
Walked up behind me.
as you and I were talking.
Yeah.
So I did see her first. Yeah.
Yep. Bummer.
And I don't think I even realized that in that moment. I think you guys. I didn't realize you guys had never met before.
Yeah.
Wow.
You had no idea that was. That's how we do it, man. That's how you got to do it in the streets.
But she seemed. I haven't got to see her since. But she seems like a lovely girl. I'm very happy for you.
Yep. Thank you so much. You're the curator of the date. You made us feel comfortable. You gave us some good food, some sushi, some slushy, some tostados, or tostados, whatever they're called. What'd you give us? It was a flat freaking
Tostada.
thing. Tostadas.
Tostada.
Tostada. You gave us some wine, some NABs. And then we got some gelato after. And then you took pictures of us.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. We could look back for, show our kids.
Wonderful.
And then, I asked her to be my girlfriend, and then the rest is history, man.
And Anthony has a little girlfriend as well now.
Ant has a girlfriend too. He's with her right now in Spain.
We've only got one single fella.
One single. He knows who he is.
He knows who he is. He might be featured when? Pretty soon here?
Possibly pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. An episode with
I've never been to his house.
The last of the Mohicans.
Why is the person we're talking about? He seems like. Actually, never mind. I don't want to embarrass him. I was gonna say, why is he single? He seems like such a fine fellow.
He's got women that
sweet,
that
funny,
adore him at times, and women that
successful
probably would like to be with him in his life, but his job protocol is not very conducive.
Traveling
an insane amount, more than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
Traveling, like not just traveling for I go on business trips every couple of weeks or whatever to St. Louis for Wednesday, Thursday. He's like
2 months.
2 months at a time, all over So that's probably difficult.
Navy SEAL, 90% divorce rate. Watch out.
90% divorce rate.
Not good.
Is it 90?
That's the stat I heard in before I went in, and that was the stat when I was halfway in, and then I think when I looked it up on the Google, it said 90%.
9 out of 10.
But I'm like, who's keeping? I mean, I guess that's pretty easy to keep track of because you have to file the paperwork, and
that's 90% above the national average, which is like 50%, right?
Yeah, it's around 50, and then the normal military. So if you're not quote unquote special operations or SEAL or whatever,
is what, like 65?
I think it's around 50, in the 50s as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's roughly the same, like a little bit, tiny bit.
Okay,
and then this was years ago. I looked.
And then into operators, it goes all the way to.
It supposedly said 90% when I looked this up years ago.
I think I've heard that.
And I knew that before going in too.
And just with your friends and looking around, that seems about right? If you counted 10 guys off the top of your head,
yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
and even I don't know. So a lot, Move it. I don't necessarily think it's the amount of time you're away per se. I think it's how you spend your time away. If that makes
You're probably more in love with your bros than you ever could be with a woman. Like not in a not gay way. No,
like,
that's a hard thing to say without sounding ridiculous. I could extrapolate it on it more if I had time to articulate it, but
I only get boners with my bros now, man. You said it's not good.
Snot bubble?
Yeah. Damn, that's your mic now.
That might be some brain matter.
Brain matter. No, I think it's like equated it to the rock star lifestyle, to where you're doing the most intense adrenaline rush, dopamine thing, and when you finish, you're so relieved and stoked that you just party extra hard. And I think if you're not careful on how you treat your body and yourself and your family or your girlfriend on regulating that stoked factor of you, you know?
Yeah.
Almost like getting off a show, doing a show, and you're with your buddies and you're looking at the drummer, guitar player, like, we just did that. Let's go freaking celebrate.
Yeah.
And you just take it, and that becomes the norm. And you just keep raising the limit. I think you're kind of doing that, and if you're not careful, that's what leads to divorces.
Makes me think of the scene, the Bradley Cooper scene in American Sniper, where he's just like sitting in the chair and he's just staring.
He's doing that for war, because he was in war. And
he was in war.
Well, get back and fight.
Yeah, but like,
or PTSD.
Just a normal day that any man would probably be proud of and stoked on. You're in your house, kids running around playing, and he's just like sitting there staring. That's probably more of the traumatic war side of things, not the stoke level, but that's probably a huge factor in it too.
It's a huge factor too. It's just, war is basically just the more intense version of training.
Yeah.
And, you're just now actually in the real thing, so it's just a more magnified way. Or, 10 times worse. What do I know? Wasn't in it. Was just there, kind of. So.
Well, the Epstein files are out now, so they should be out soon, so that'll be fun to look into and read. The House and the Senate voted like 426 to 1.
I think it's been too long. I don't believe anything that's going to be.
It's all fake. It's all going to be redacted.
I don't believe anything that's going to be in there.
Chicken picked through for sure.
All thrown away. Stuff could be added. Stuff could be thrown away. It's taken too long.
Yeah, can't trust it.
We need a revolt, dude. It's insane. Like now, all of a sudden, it's just like, okay, geez, all right, we'll release. Okay, gee. It's like, what do you think we wanted the whole time?
Yeah.
Or the whole country?
Yeah, it's a joke.
It's insane.
I'm on my Janjit Singh shit, dude, to be honest. That's the mentality I have. That's who I aspire to be. Anybody out there, look up Janjit Singh on Instagram.
Gives off evil energy.
Singh as in Singh, like Punjabi Singh, Jeet, Jeet. I'm going to give him a shout out.
All right. We can shout him out. Janjit Singh. Send me a picture of him. Like an ad. Janjit Singh. I wonder if he has a YouTube.
I'll send you, yeah.
What do you think? Have you heard about is this old news? Sorry if this is old news, and it's just like, yeah, of course we knew that. That the rumor that Trump stopped World War III by bombing Iran. Is that old news?
I haven't heard that angle.
Heard that angle? That's someone. I heard John Kiriakou, shout out, CIA guy, was getting interviewed recently, I think, and he said he has sources that tell him that old Netanyahu basically said, we're going to bomb Iran. If you don't bomb them or you don't allow us, we're going to use nukes. And then one that's interesting because they just admitted that would claim they're, admitting to having nukes, which everyone knows.
Israel having nukes?
Yeah, because they're basically saying like bomb them or else we're going to nuke them.
That was Kennedy's issue with them, is he wanted to audit their nuclear facilities.
Two, that's a pretty insane threat, but I guess he's saying that he had multiple sources saying that's what happened. And then Trump,
the Prime Minister of Israel tells our president, we are going to
nuke Iran.
Drop a nuclear bomb on
if you
Iran.
Don't bomb their sites. If you don't bomb
were they saying they were going to drop a nuclear bomb on Tehran or on the city, or specifically on that nuclear facility?
I don't know.
Okay. If you don't handle
I don't know if Israel has the bombs necessary to do the damage that needed to be done. This is why they used us to use our specific bombs. So maybe they're like, our only option is to nuke their power plant or whatever their underground bunker is with a nuke. I don't know. I'm not. But that, once again, that's allegedly, that's from his sources, multiple sources that told him. And that's maybe why Trump was so mad, saying like they don't know what the F what they're doing, is maybe he's realized like, I'm put in a hard position.
But isn't Israel dropping?
I don't know what to believe.
Isn't Israel committing nuclear holocaust against Iran 100% mutually assured destruction for Israel? That in that moment.
Isn't who?
Isn't that mutually assured destruction for Israel in that moment? If they do bomb Iran has allies that have nukes. Russia.
I don't think no one would mess up Israel because we would then hit them back.
I mean, but that's what would happen. That's what would happen in any nuclear scenario on the planet. Is it would just go tic-tac-toe until nobody's there anymore. It's not going to be a one and done. The only reason it ever was a one and done is because we were the only ones that had them in 1945.
Yeah. I personally think no one would do anything back. This is my gut opinion with zero political analyst in me at all. My gut feeling, no one would do anything back to Israel if they ever nuked Iran. I don't think other countries care enough about Iran, and I think they care too much about what we would do in retaliation. I don't foresee someone nuking Israel because they nuked Iran.
Yeah, but there's plenty of countries that might.
They might retaliate.
They might nuke us because we're just implicated.
I don't think anyone's messing with the U.S. I don't think anyone is. I think everyone knows in the world if anyone nukes us or anything like that, it's possibly like a world ender kind of thing. Like, it's like you either send one nuke in retaliation back or you send none, be like, hey, peace, let's want peace. We don't want to destroy the world. Or we send 80 back and destroy a country and then hope to God their ally doesn't send 80 back at us.
And then you hear people talk about tactical nukes. Have you ever heard about people throw around tactical nuke?
Yeah, like little ones in briefcases or like mini boys.
That kind of stuff. And then I've mentioned this on this show before, but there is a theory that they literally don't exist, and that there's no such thing as nuclear weapons, and that there are large bombs, sure, there are like big bombs that can go off, but like nuclear weapons that would wipe out the entire planet if they started going off city by city. There's theories. And that goes all the way back to like people testing for radiation in Hiroshima and Nagasaki and being like, there's no radiation here. Why are all these plants growing? Is there no genetic mutations in this wildlife that lives here? Like what was supposed to have happened here 70 years ago, whatever? Like, no, I don't think that did happen because we would have had evidence of that through radiation and all that, whatever stuff. So,
yeah,
who knows? They might not exist, just like space.
Or maybe they're wrong on how the radiation acts after a nuclear bomb.
You got to get to the ice wall. You got to get down to the ice wall. You got to look over the ice wall.
Yeah.
And
I think they for sure exist. There's no way we're being played by everyone, by every country's in on it together. Like, we have we got nukes. You got nukes? I doubt that's happening. But I see your point.
I don't know, man.
You think all the countries are doing it?
Well,
winking at each other?
If there really is an attempt at total global one world government, globalist control, and everything else is just kind of theater and a show, and all these countries that claim to be at odds with each other are really at their highest levels all in the same room together, attempting to have a globalist one world government control slave society. Maybe they could say, let's all pretend we've got. Is my brain injury showing?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a point. It's just one of those.
I don't believe any of this. I'm just.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I personally think religion is a big reason why people.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Honestly, is
country to country, people would be like, "No, we're not. Our country doesn't believe that." Like an Islamic country with a Christian country with a Jewish country with a Hindu country. I think religion is very serious and isn't playing that game when it came to the large picture of things. Even though you do have to separate.
Thank you for mentioning the Hindus. You didn't have to mention them there. Thank you.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think that's happening within countries, like with like deep establishments, like deep state vibes, and The frickin' blob is the blob, as they say.
What's the blob?
It's the swamp. It's the deep state.
The swamp?
The blob. Yeah,
Oh.
that's another way. It was said on a podcast. I heard it. I liked it. The blob. I'm going to put this thing in between my toesies so it stays upright.
Does your girlfriend like your feet or men's feet? Or is she kind of like a feet phobic person?
She says I think I have very soft, nice Amazonian feet. She's very white, and I think she has great skin. She has fantastic feet, beautiful feet. It's complimented on one of the first things I said. I think
she's looking pretty ashy right now.
She might have worn sandals on our first date. I think I actually made a comment. Possibly. I have to double check the pictures that you actually
your pictures you were taking under the table at the restaurant.
Yeah. Hey, nice feet. I can't remember, but yes. What else was there? We shoes, feet. No, she likes my she likes my rear end. She likes my buttocks.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. You know. I mean, I'm climbing the stairs once a week, Sandbag Saturday, so it's doing something.
Yeah, we got to.
But she's great. We really
lower the cortisol.
We're really
get the
fond
blood
of
flowing.
each other. Really fond of each other. Personalities are there. She's a great little dancer. Just does the coolest freaking moves. Makes me make each other laugh. I'm attracted to her voice, which is crazy.
She has a nice voice.
Fantastic voice. Super funny.
She's a great girl. I'd love to catch up with her.
Yeah, she's very great.
We're connected on an emotional level too. We just have this kind of like connection that we need to talk about more because
she's been to Santo before she met me. She had seen you. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yes.
Well,
amazing.
She's probably boosting your tea by the week just being in love, you know?
I think so.
So speaking of anybody out there, you've got pointers for me for recovery, healing, testosterone,
peptides,
Brussels sprouts,
stem cells.
Stem cells. Tell me if I need to
semen retention,
jelking,
which is, I guess, it works, but not that much. You damage your penis, which I used to jelk back in the day. No big deal. I was probably damaging my penis.
If you know where to send me and when I should go, timing-wise, in my recovery for stem cells in Tijuana, let me know.
All right. Oh, it's 3:30.
Yeah, we got to go get JMO.
All right. Well, thank you, Cole, for doing this with a head injury.
Sauce recall.
And we'll be back next week. Hope to God you make it through PT.
Thank you, Don.
And we'll be praying for you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I'll just shake your left hand there.
Ah!
Later.